Okay, after discussing Fraunhofer diffraction due to single slit and double slit, now let us move forward to observe or to study the intensity curves due to Fraunhofer diffraction due to N slits, which we also call as grating. So in my last few lectures, I have derived the resultant intensity due to N slits, which came out to be I is equal to A square sine square alpha by alpha square into sine square n beta upon sine square beta, where beta is pi by lambda e plus b sine theta, where e plus b is the grating element. So also in my last lecture, I showed graphically by drawing by hand that how this curve look like. So but now let us visualize ourselves by plotting these curves in Mathematica. Okay, and we'll just see that we can observe very beautiful patterns, and we can also little bit play around with that. So in order to plot the curves, I need to take number of slits. So let us take n is equal to 6. Okay, so for my plots I am choosing number of slits to be 6. Now we know that sine square alpha by alpha square gives diffraction due to single slit, which we have already discussed in detail. So we would not be doing that again. So let us try to concentrate on the term sine square n beta upon sine square beta. Okay, but we will not plot these two terms in numerator and denominator together, but we will take them one by one. So let us plot first sine square n beta, and already I have chosen n is equal to 6, so I can plot sine 6 beta. Okay, another way of doing this is you can take a sine square n beta and you can specify the value of n as 6 into beta and then square, comma, then we need to specify the value of beta. It varies from, let us take from 0 to pi. Okay, also I would like to label the axis. Okay, and then the first on the x-axis I would like to take it as beta, comma, and on the y-axis I would like to take sine square 6 beta, which I will just copy and here paste. Okay, let us try to see. Shift enter. Okay, there is some error. Okay, here, yeah, axis label capital L, it is showing in red. It means there is some error. Okay, so we got a nice plot for sine square 6 beta. Now I would like to take, let us plot sine square beta. Plot sine, again for the argument slash beta, sorry, escape beta, and we'll make it square, comma. Now my beta varies from 0 to pi, and I would like to label my axes. Okay, if there is some error it will show in red. Okay, again here I can just copy from above and then I can paste it here, and I can modify it to sine square beta. Okay, and then shift enter. Yes, so can you see here that sine square 6 beta, we got the curve like this. Obviously when beta is equal to pi, 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, so on, this will give me zeros, minimas. But when I take sine square beta, okay, it will give me 0 at 0 and pi. Okay, so it will divide it by 6, because there I have taken 6 beta, here beta, and I am plotting on the same scale. Now I would like to plot the sine square 6 beta upon sine square beta. So what do I expect? First I should have some expectation, and then when I plot, then I can see that whether I have got correct plot or not. Let us check at 0. When beta is 0, numerator I have minima 0 and denominator also 0. So I will get a 0 by 0 form, which will turn into, I can use the L'Hospital rule and I can see that this will give me maxima. So at 0 I will get maxima. Similarly, I have got another 0 at beta is equal to 6 pi here, and here beta is equal to pi. Okay, at the last point. So here again I should get a maxima, and in between I should get some maximas, and when the numerator is 0 I should get, when 0 upon some definite quantity I have to get 0. Okay, so first point at beta is equal to 0, and the last point I should get maxima, because due to 0 by 0 form, when the numerator is 0 I should get zeros, and when numerator and denominator are both finite, then I should get some intensity, okay, which will give me secondary maximas. So let us try to see. Okay, plot. So I need to plot, I will copy this sine square 6 beta. Okay, let me copy whole. Okay, and I would like to divide this by beta. Okay, sine square 6 beta upon sine square beta. Beta varies from 0 to pi, and I just would like to label x-axis. Okay, this I will remove from here. Okay, shift enter. Yeah, very nice. So this is what I expected. At 0 and the last point, where both numerator and denominator with zeros, I got maxima, and where my numerator was 0 I will again get minimas, and in between some maximas. These are known as secondary maximas. And as you can see in the second curve, this is the denominator. Okay, as the intensity increases towards the center, but the numerator remains the same. So when the numerator remains the same but the denominator increases on the left hand side, I get a secondary maxima of much higher intensity, and then the secondary maxima is with lower intensity, because if you can divide this region into different parts, then you can observe that. Okay, this I have explained very clearly in my last video, where I have shown that how graphically we can present this. Okay, now I would like to show you a very nice beautiful thing. There is another very nice command in Mathematica which we can use, where we can change or manipulate the parameters. For that I will use manipulate. Okay, and I will use again the plot. Okay, plot sine square 6 beta upon sine square beta. Beta is equal to 0 to pi. Okay, and then, but I need to see what I would like to manipulate. Here I would like to change the parameter number of slits n. So instead of 6 I will give n here, and then I would like to vary n. And there are two ways of varying n. We can also vary continuously, we can also vary in discrete values, and can take discrete values. So here I would like to take discrete values because number of slits is discrete. So let me vary this n from 4 to 6, and I would like to vary in intervals of 1. Okay, so now let us try to see this. I think this is fine. We'll just check. Yeah, very nice. Also we can do one more thing. I would like to shade, filling, axis. Okay, now what I want to show you here, very nice. So now here n is taking value 4 and I get this curve. It means we all know that when we have already proved in my last lecture that when number of slits are 4, then number of secondary maximas are n minus 2, and here we can see 2 secondary maximas, and minimas are n minus 1. I can see 1, 2, 3 number of minimas. So basically I can change the value of n. Now if I move this, it will become n is equal to 5, because here I have given a condition it should take discrete values with the difference of 1. Now when n is 5, number of secondary maxima should be 3, minimas 4. Again when I change, this is for n is equal to 6, and when n is equal to 6, this is what I was doing from the beginning, that number of secondary maximas are 4, n minus 2, 6 minus 2, 4, and minimas 5. And also you can see the previous plot. Okay, this is how you can vary the parameters yourself, and you can see how your intensity curves are changing. Okay, this is very nice to observe, and you can play around with more parameters. Okay, so this is all for now. We'll see some more things in the next video. Thank you.